I'm Sheriff Paul Babeu from Arizona. There's an emergency, a crisis in our country, and I'm a trained first responder. I run towards the emergency or the crisis while many other people are running in the other direction. And when you look at what's happening to America and our freedoms, our Constitution that's under assault. Yesterday we sat here. I was honored to sit with former Attorney General Ed Meese and George Allen and Kerry, a constitutional lawyer, to talk about the assault on our country and how we could ever imagine that we would end up in this place today, where looking at my state in Arizona and what has gone on, the fact that Senate Bill 1070, that a state and states' rights trying to enforce the law, do the job the federal government has not done, and they sue my state under the Supremacy Clause. That inherently it's their job to enforce the immigration laws of our country. And we say from Arizona and across America, do your job. And in Arizona, what was the response when we asked for help? In my county, in Pinell County, which is not even directly on the border, is the #1 pass-through county for drug and human smuggling. The federal government puts up signs that say, danger, warning, travel not recommended, drug and human smuggling, armed gunmen. That's their response. Failed to do their job, the core enumerated responsibility in our Constitution. It's outrageous, the fact that they would put up signs like that in America, saying warnings to American citizens that it's not safe to travel. They have taken 2,000 guns, high-powered weapons in my state, and facilitated them to the most violent criminals in North America, where our hero agent Brian Terry has been murdered in my state. 200-300 people in Mexico have been killed by these guns. All the while dismissing this once wild-eyed right-wing conspiracy, saying, could this be the president, Eric Holder, Napolitano, assaulting our Second Amendment rights? And lo and behold, we find out that it's our own government that facilitated, through the Department of Justice and ATF, this fast and furious debacle. Could we ever imagine that this could happen? And our debt that has shackled our free enterprise in our capitalist society. And we have a president and a leader who is dividing us, not just along race and color and national origin on the immigration issue, but along economic interests and boundaries. Taking those of us here that work for a living and earn it in America versus those over here who occupy Wall Street, Main Street, and Phoenix, Arizona, and believe they're entitled to things they've never earned. And this president putting wind in their sails. And very quickly, like Dr. Larry pointed out, we will arrive at the point of a failed European nation. Well, I'm saying as a sheriff, as somebody who's sworn an oath to protect and defend our Constitution, that that shall not be the future of America. And I'm saying, in my race, where I'm running against the most liberal Republican member of Congress from Arizona, who voted with Barack Obama to increase the debt ceiling by $3.7 trillion. If you want to punish a congressman, a Republican congressman, who looks more like a Democrat and supporting Barack Obama, then I ask you to be involved in this District 4 race in Arizona. If you want to punish a Republican member of Congress who signs a letter with 60 House Democrats to the Super Committee, who believes that their constitutional authority as a representative of the people, and then allow that to defer to a super committee, and that's okay, then I'm asking you to play in this race in District 4 in Arizona. That members of Congress, that never before, when I first ran and announced, and then I had this congressman who lives 50 miles outside of this district say he's going to run against me. This is a fight to define the Republican Party. Are we conservatives? Are we going to use those bold, bright colors, as we've heard by the leaders of our party, that define us? When we look and act like Democrats and like this president, we shall lose. And we shall lose every race, and we should. We need to stand up for the Constitution. We need to stand up for the rule of law. I have sworn an oath, not only as a sheriff, but as an Army officer, served a combat tour in Iraq. I've commanded 700 soldiers along the border to enforce the laws of our country. I shall not be shouted down by this president and his administration to say I'm un-American. I'm a patriot, standing up for our Constitution and standing up for America. I need and I ask for your help and your support. This is our country and it's our future. This is a republic, and we need to fight for the future of our country. Thank you, and God bless you.